Okay, guys, I want to do this quick video. Um, I was just thinking about something, and I was just thinking about something that when I was a kid that really changed. It really changed my entire life. And I know it's gonna sound really, really weird, but when I was around 9 years old, my grandmother took us to a theme park. At the time, it was called Six Flags. Now, Six Flags is, no, actually, it was called Great America. And I think they changed the name to Six Flags Great America now, but it was called Great America. We used to go there to ride roller coasters. But all my buddies, we would go there once a summer. Stick everybody up there. But guys, the thing about the theme park is, when I went to a theme park, of course I like to have fun. Everybody was looking forward to riding roller coasters, but I was always looking to bring something back home. I was that person that said, okay, I'm gonna go to this theme park, but I want to be able to leave and have some kind of tangible item with me. So I used to always be drawn to going to play the games that they had at the theme parks, and I always liked to win stuffed animals and bears and stuff like that. So I wanted something I could bring home. I thought that was just like, I need something of value that I thought was value to bring home. And there was this one, me and my cousin John, so my first cousin John, we went to the park where they have all the games. And at 9 years old, guys, and here I'm now in my mid-50s, this one game changed my entire life. And every time I think about this right here, I keep thinking about this game. Every time anything that I need to do in order to get myself from here to here, if it's in business, if it's in anything, I always thought about this game. Even as a kid, from about 9 all the way up to 52, I think about this game. And this game was a game where you sit down and you have these water guns, and you take these water guns and you shoot it into, I thought it was a clown at the time. But it was something that I think it was like some water balloons or something that rose up. But what you do is you shoot the water gun and you hit the clown in his mouth. And the more you keep that water stream on that target, it make yours rise faster. That game changed my life, guys. I'm gonna tell you how it changed my life. I played that game, the first time I played the game, I forgot how much I gave the person. It might have been $1 back then, it may have been 50 cents, because things were really cheap back then. But I played the game the first time. I played the game the first time. And when I got my water gun, and your competitors was alongside you, and everybody had their water gun. And so what we did, I could always shoot pretty straight. So when the buzzer went off and everybody started shooting, they released the water to the guns. Everybody started shooting. I was shooting mine in the clown's mouth, but I looked over at the person that was next to me and looked at the other balloons of the other clowns to see where everybody else was shooting. And what I noticed is that when I turned around to mine, I wasn't hitting. My stream had kind of shifted a little bit because I was looking over here and I wasn't holding mine on the stream. And so my balloon, or whatever it was, the race, mine slowed down a tad bit because I wasn't hitting that clown right in the mouth because I was looking at everybody else. So then I said, let me change my mindset on this right here. So I lost the game. Then I played it again, and the one thing I did is I aimed at my clown mouth. And once I got that stream on there, I didn't even worry about what was happening to my competitors. I didn't worry about how fast they were rising or how close they was gaining on me. I didn't worry about any of that stuff. The only thing I was worried about is that my stream of water was hitting that thing right in the middle of the circle of his mouth. That's the only thing I was focused on. And when the buzzer went off, when the winner, because the thing go off, there's a bell that rings and let you know who won. I wasn't even focused on whether or not I won or not. I was just making sure that I had my target on that thing at all times. And when the thing went off, when the bell went off, I won. And my cousin John was like, man, you won. So I got this little parrot. They gave me a little stuffed animal. It's like, man, let me play it again. So I played it again. I did the same thing. And I won again. And I was gonna play again. I was just gonna rack up on all the stuffed animals as much as I think my grandmother gave me maybe $10, but as much as I can rack up on, I was gonna take as many stuffed animals as I could. The guy stopped me. He said, "No, you can't play no more." He knew I figured the game out. And guys, that one game changed my life, guys, because I think about that now. I continue to think about that now. When I'm doing business, guys, I got a little distracted, but when I'm doing business, the one thing I focus on is what I'm doing. Whatever goal it is that I'm trying to do, whatever I need to get done, I try to have laser focus on that one item. And typically what I do is I make a list of things, but I try to be laser focused on that one item, and I embrace that, and I focus on that one item. And if you do it right, if you focus on yourself and what you can do, I can't control what other people do. I can control how other people operate. One thing, and you can't worry about what you can't control. What you worry about is what you can control. And that's what I do, guys. I focus on me. I was also talking to my son. My son, he's, we put him in another school this year, and he's a very good athlete. And what I had to let him understand is that, and he was afraid. He was wanting to go over here and play football. And these guys are like the state champions. They're really, really good at what they do. Probably the best in the state. So he's competing against the best players in the state. My son's going in as a sophomore. And I had to get him to understand that, hey, look, as a sophomore, quit worrying about, things to worry about is, who's going to get signed, what college is looking at all these athletes and stuff. Now, the big thing now with all these guys are talking about is, such and such is a D1 commit, such and such is this right here and that right there. And I had to back my son back. He's just going to his sophomore year, so he still got sophomore, he got junior and senior year. And typically, guys, these colleges really shouldn't be messing with you until you probably at junior anyway. Junior to if you're really showing potential in sports. But I had to just, and he was afraid to go over here because he's fixed to compete with the best, because guys, the first competition starts with the guys on your team. Those are your first competitors. And I said, look, man, quit. You got too much stuff going on. You're thinking about too much. You're thinking whether or not your thoughts are, if I get a chance to play, this guy's better than me. Don't worry about all that stuff. Clear all that stuff. And the only thing you need to be focused on, you need to be laser focused on becoming the best athlete that you can become. Becoming better at what you do. He plays baseball, plays football. If you play DB, D-back or any cornerback or whatever it is that you're going to play, and you go out there with that coach, your job every day that you go out there is to be laser focused and focus on you and changing you and becoming the best you and the best version of yourself that you can, and compete with them other guys. But you use them as a measuring stick, but you focus on yourself. And if you focus on yourself, junior, senior year, you will be there. You will be there. That's just the way it works, guys. Business, sports, whatever it is that you do. And, and even in guys in business, man, and you can't see this, you see this even more in business. Now, mind you, you have to pay attention to what everybody in business does. You got to pay attention to what your competitors are doing. Because if you're over here and they're over here and all your competitors are over here and you're doing something totally different, you need to pay attention to that, because you have to create a competitive market, competitive edge with your competitors. But you still need to be laser focused on, number one, like in business, your focus should be, if you're in business, how can I add value to my customers? That's That's my focus. My business, I build homes. And I'm always thinking, how can I add value to those customers? And that's the name of the game. But that one game, guys, the clown game, it was kind of weird. And I just thought about this, guys. It changed my life. For the better. And that's it.
Good.